Just trying to make some room for some of that new, and just trying to make some room for some of that. Is the first 3D printed kit that I had. This is the first 3D printed kit that I had ever built. Kelly is to blame. Before I ever had a 3D printer, he gave me bags full of parts, and I assembled this one and built up a base camp kit and had an absolute blast, realizing some of the problems that there are to solve and how that could actually be done with a little bit of thought. And since then, I've made a ton of rigs. A lot of it's one-off, right? Every one of these rigs has their own way of mounting them. We're working on ways to make that actually slicker, but I'm gonna let this one go. Since this was one of the first kits that I built, driving it today, I realized some things that I would do differently, and so I did them. I changed the links out. I've eliminated a good deal of the tire rub. And I also noticed that there is plenty of room to raise this up if you want to throw bigger tires on here. This has 3.98 boom racing tires on here right now, which are killer and super appropriate. But I have the shocks in the absolute lowest position they can be, sharing the location with the links on the bottom and then the lower position on the shock towers themselves. So if you wanted bigger tires on here, you could make it happen. But as it is, I'm gonna let it rip the way it is, all assembled. Even though the body comes off easily, I've got all the wires for the light kit. Everything is kind of lashed to the cross members and stuff. So even though it's just 2 body posts in the back and 2 screws in the front, I'm leaving it together. So this has a Hobbywing 1800 in it. It's got a ton of boom racing parts. Actually, as far as some of the emblems, the metal bumper, the screen there on the intake, and then the rear bumper, mud flaps, and some of the badge work is boom racing as well. This has a nice light kit in it that actually you can cycle through the different kinds of lights if you want.
What's going on?
Let me fast forward to where this runs.
Do it.
I haven't released this video yet, but there's something about this rig, man. It's my first one, you know?
So thanks. We'll see you in the next one.
It's a good one.
I learned a ton, and I learned what, like, it opened up a world of possibilities to me.
And the funny thing is, mine was set up completely different than yours, and we still ran the same. Had the same articulation, basically. Everything was all the same. It was cool.
It was, yeah, it was neat to see how we did the differences. Like, mine had as low a ride height as I could do, and you had a more aggressive stance.
Yep.
But they both did really good.
They did.
And these are tiny tires. I mean, these are like 398s or something. Like, I put so much boom racing stuff on this one, I could have just had a boom kit when I was done.
Yeah, but you know, there's, again, back to putting something together that somebody gives you. You know, that's a box of parts, and then you turn it into this. You know, it's exactly what Don's going to do with the Blazer that I just sent down his way.
It's so cool because it opens up like this whole, for me, I didn't have a printer at this time. And so I had to solve those problems by hand. I couldn't make anything with a printer. So it was just working with what I had, cutting on what's there, and
Yep.
trying to have an idea how I wanted it to go. And, you know, if I release this video, you get an up close look at how I put things together and stuff. And bro, I nailed it for being the first, because that was the big challenge. And that's why my wheels have been turning about how to mount these up since this one here. Because
Nailed it.
I worked it out, and it was, you know, it's unique to this one, but I took some of those strategies forward with my other ones, and then you and I both have gotten way slicker.
Oh yeah.
Moving along, but it's even here in this one, the very first one, it's like we've worked them out, dude, and they're only getting better, and they started off pretty good. So it's like really cool to see it. And part of me doesn't want to get rid of this, but I'm gonna, you know, let it go. I think I just like building them and making new ones, man. I mean, I just like cranking these out. So if I can move this one and make a couple more, that's what I'll do.
Absolutely.
This new Scout is looking fantastic right now, dude.
Dude,
Look at that. Nice.
There it is.
It looks good, dude.
There it is.
Well, the axles that I've been waiting to come back in stock seem like they're there now. So I ordered up. I've had another chassis ready to go except for the rear axle.
Yep.
And I just built a kit like last week.
Nice.
I had this one on standby because the chassis was so cheap I couldn't let it go. I got it at RC Chop Shop, and I had an extra front axle from all these pre-runners, and all I needed was a couple bearings and the rear axle to do a whole nother one. And so I ordered that up. Look at that dollar bill. I love the dollar bill license plate.
Dude, it's priceless.
It is priceless. You know,
Hey,
it was
Go
ahead.
One thing I want to say real quick. Don, I just sent you the files for the steering wheel and the L brackets for the Blazer. And what percentage you need to scale it up so it fits with what you've got there. All right, so go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
I don't remember. I'm too busy watching this dope rig.
That Scout that you did looks dynamite, bro.
It's looking really good. I'm ready to install the lights. There's the coffee cup, bro.
There it is. That thing lives on. Who's got the Starbucks?
Dude,
Brian does.
I'm going to keep. Well, here's why. Because that was there was an early morning where you guys lied to me about the time, so there wasn't coffee at the house, and so I stopped and got some. Normally, I got a glass mug out there in the woods. I feel right at home.
I know you do.
Out there in the woods, and bro, but this Scout, it's windows and lights time. It drives. I drove it.
Nice.
You guys want to see it?
Show it. Because, dude, that thing looks so good. Show it.
It's getting there.
Why I'm breaking supports out of here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to wind up cutting myself all to pieces, kids. There it is.
I actually cleaned up my desk a little bit last night.
Yeah, there it is.
That is so much better than the original Scout files we did.
Yeah, thanks to Andre. It's good stuff.
I wouldn't even say where they're coming from at this point. Check this out.
Dude, that thing looks so good. It looks way better than mine.
Look at that. I got to do my rear bumper, but
so good.
Look at that shock tower cover.
That's unique. That's cool.
It is.
So is that a barrel box? Is that what we call that?
That's what I made. That's what I used our box, but I meshed it with a barrel.
I'm gonna move over a little bit. Barrel box
and flattened it out. Let me put the lights, the buckets in here. So I just want to show off the bucket. So a lot of times these things are going to have lines and stuff. You can't see them good. But
well, yeah. You start.
You
You
know
got
what
to
my
start.
trick is on these when they're rough as a cob? I will run CA on them to fill in the little weird line stuff. And Kelly knows I'm crazy. I sand on these, and then I do my silver paint marker or whatever on them.
That he does,
bro. Look at these.
He's nuts on print lines. What is that?
It's the little tiny. They go in the front.
Oh, the marker lights.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I do a little bit of white on the back of these clear lenses and a little tiny bit of yellow just to kind of old them out. And that's kind of my trick. And when you light them up, man, they look really cool.
They do. They got that frosted flake look.
They look old school, and you don't see the light bulb. It lights up the whole, it diffuses it, and it lights up the whole bucket. These aren't going to stay in probably, the marker lights, but let me show you this, bro. This looks so good to me. And I'm not even going to talk about the mounts because this thing is dialed, bro.
I don't even want to show you this. Seems how you're doing that.
Bro, look at that. I just fell out.
That's flipping hilarious.
But how nice does that look, dude?
How nice does that look?
I got the paint marker on the scowl and the door handle and the gas cap.
So
I did my salt chipping technique.
That looks absolutely phenomenal. When you actually posted that video the other day on Facebook or whatever it was,
the pics,
those pictures and stuff, I was like, man, he nailed that. It looks so good.
Dude, these tires are really fun. These Jimny tires, dude.
Oh, the Jimny tires are the fire on that thing.
This thing mounted up super slick, dude.
So, yeah. The Gladiator got some paint on her.
It looks good, bro, for real. But yeah, I'm not going to glue in these lenses yet because it's going to be light time tonight.
It's going to be a light, bright night?
It's going to be light time.
Nice.
I love the barrel. The battery location, since it's a new 10.3, is still going to be forward like it is.
Yep.
I still doing roof stuff, so it's not on all the way yet. I got to knock it down. I'm seeing lines and I don't like it.
The print lines on some of this stuff is crazy in the work.
Look at that interior though.
Looks good, bro.
Look at the door cards.
Yeah, man.
I haven't done anything to the inside yet, but I got to deal with the seats.
So I'll ask you. So with the interior piece, did you chop that somewhere? You had to have.
The floor?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that whole interior thing is a piece, right?
Yes.
See the doors? Right?
Yes.
The doors on both sides.
Right.
What I did was I sliced off the bottom up to the doors. When you have that whole chunk in there.
Yep.
Just leave the doors, but cut that floor out. So,
but what did you do on the X though? How did you cut that? You didn't print the whole back floor and the door cars all in one piece, is what I'm saying.
Correct.
Where did you cut that then? At the bulkhead, at the back of
Doesn't
the
it come
doors, or what?
separate files?
I don't think I have those in separate files.
The whole interior is one piece. Well, then I sliced it at the door joint.
All right, hold up. The Bevan just said he's going to take the A10 out and fly it Friday.
All right.
Hey, Bevan, have somebody take video of that. I want to see it fly again.
But I got a little more chopping to do in the front under the dash for the battery. But yeah, cutting the floor out was easy. And then those door cards, the cut in the software is basically where the cut is on the outer shell, right at the door.
Okay. Got it. Are you saving all these files, brother?
I mean, I have them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
But the interior doesn't matter that much. I mean, once you get it figured out, that's the one you want to do. But this is kind of number one.
Oh, the first thing's getting it to fit on the chassis, which we've worked out. But yeah, doing interior, especially on a topless vehicle, it's a pain.
It's worked out pretty good for us.
Give her a Hail Mary there, Craig. Heck yeah, I can't wait, man. Give me some video. I want to see that thing fly again.
You know, whenever I get in a hurry and don't file and sand first, I'm always sorry. Like, I mean, eventually I get there, but it's like I keep on painting it and not. I like how it looks except for the lines. And then it's like, oh, I'm not done yet. So I got to go back.
Oh, yeah. That's what I had to do on the Gladiator. On the bed of that thing, it was a nightmare.
But this little dude, it's get that back bumper figured out, and it's going to be dope. And my front one's on pretty good. And the next one I want to do has got the cage work in it. That new one he did with the cage in it.
Oh, yeah.
I may do some things on that one. Like, so here I got the bumper in a real scale location, but it'd be really easy to come up with that bumper and just hide where the marker lights are supposed to be.
Sure.
And get a little bit more approach and maybe play with the arches a little. Who knows? But this one's first, and this one's I hate to get rid of them, but I just like making them so much. I have to get rid of them to justify keeping them make it. So this one's built on a brand new chassis, and I'm probably going to eventually let it go RTR style. It's got the old brushed motor and ESC from like the Coyote or something in it.
Yeah.
And it drove amazing. I set the drag brake because you can program even those stock systems. You can intensify or decrease the drag brake and stuff like that if you want to. So for being brushed, this did really good.
Yeah.
But I'm tickled with that battery or the shock tower.
Dude, it's you know what? It almost looks nostalgic, just like the truck. You know?
Yeah, those two little lines on it just make it make sense, you know?
Absolutely.
I like it
for sure.
a lot.
So Craig says, if I can fly one of Ryan's bills, I can fly this one, Kelly. Perfect.
Oh yeah, dude. That F4 is still alive. If that F4 is still alive, then anything's gonna be fine.
Craig, hopefully you set up the flap mix with it, because if you didn't and you're still flying what I had in there, good luck, brother.
Well, it's ready for you to set it up, is what that means. Because it hasn't been.
It's like the flaps come down as the front goes down.
You know, A-10s are one of those planes that I always would say commit to the pitch. Don't waffle. If you don't like your approach, but you've got back pressure, keep that back pressure and probably give it some more as you power up. Because if you relieve that back pressure and you power up, that nose is coming down quick.
Oh, yeah. You're right, because your thrust is aft.
You got to stay in the pitch.
Yep, absolutely. Hold
Commit
the line,
the
man.
pitch.
Hold the line. Yeah. This is an issue. ELEMIS.
Mix.
Oh, elevator mix is an
Probably
issue.
means mix.
Elevator mix is an issue. Yeah, you know what? It is. It's always it's an issue until Ryan flies one of my planes, and then he's like, "I'm gonna dial this in for you, brother, because you don't read manuals." We've talked about this in the past. I'm like, "Sure, knock yourself out." I'm just a typical full scale pilot. That's like, when you put the gear down, you feel it, and when you put your flaps down, you feel it. I like to feel it. I like to adjust and feel it over here.
Well, the Hurricane took 6 degrees of right trim in the roll and 6 degrees of right trim in the rudder.
Holy cow.
And so if they were waiting to feel it instead of following procedure, they would have killed themselves.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like a 51, you know. Those things are nuts.
I mean, a good starting point is if the book calls it out, like probably start with that.
At 30 inches of manifold, you're going to need this.
Well, especially knowing, like, you know, companies aren't saying anything extra just to be cute. So if it's if they miss stuff that should be in there, the stuff that you actually get in a manual or in a procedure, think about all the nuance that's missed. So the stuff that's in there, they mean it, man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Don's got his glue, the tape. Now he's got his blazer. All right, so I want pictures by midnight, Don, of it put together.
I did my tape thing on the inside of this on those seams.
You know what? I actually did use some of that JB Weld plastic bonder on the Gladiator, and I'm actually really impressed with how good that works.
It's good. And it's sandable. You don't want to have too much on there to sand.
Right.
It's pretty good.
Yep, absolutely. No, it worked out really well.
Dinner time for her. Okay, you going out to play? All right.
Thanks for saying that. Reminding me, because another hour from now I'm ordering DoorDash.
My other job.
The other thing. Yeah, you know what? I got to.
Well, I mean, last quarter I made about 50 cents on YouTube, so I've been able to set DoorDash aside for a minute.
Nice. How do you feel about the E6000 or Gorilla Glue?
I've
never used either one.
E6000 stinks. Gorilla Glue swells, doesn't it? Doesn't it get bigger?
It's like expandable foam. Kind of. Nice.
I think maybe you can get it a multitude of ways, but
what's up, flopping?
It's worth trying it. You know, I don't use it. Yeah, I don't like that it expands. We use CA, which is like super glue. The CA for building planes, foam planes, and regular planes. There's foam safe CA and there's CA.
Right.
And I use that. I think Kelly does too, like all the time.
Well, Don asked me the other day in message. He's like, "What should I do for glue?" And I sent him the link to what I use on everything here, and so I think that's what he bought. It's like a medium, thick CA. I don't like the thin. I've never liked the thin CA for anything. It runs and it just gets places it doesn't belong. So I
always get medium.
That's what I buy.
Medium is a little bit best of both. It's thick enough to kind of stay put, but it'll still wick in places you want it to.
Yep.
Wright says the white Gorilla does clear. Okay, the white Gorilla expands, the clear doesn't. I think is what that translation comes
Makes
back
sense.
as.
Yep.
E6000 Flappin says is the same as Shugu. I don't remember Shugu stinking so much like I got cancer right away. That 6000 stuff's nasty.
Yep. Gotta be careful with the thin for sure. I stopped using thin years ago. I'm like, nope, it's not my gig.
I'll have to try that clear Gorilla Glue sometime. Reitza says he likes it and it's doesn't expand, so I'll have to get some and make sure he's not full of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Flopping Lips is not full of it tonight because he's making a crock pot roast. Is that what I saw?
He gets the assist on my install on the optic when I did the motor the other day. I would have had so much apart, I didn't need a part. He was like, oh, dude, no, you just got to do this and that. I'm like, sweet. That's all I'll do then.
Don, I just checked my phone. What did you send me, man?
Dude, did you see the new optic released with the hobby wing in it and the 2.2s?
The 2.2s? Dude, I love the 2.2s. And I actually really dig the rims. I mean, those two things I could buy and put on something else. But the optic looks good, man.
I like the paint scheme on it, bro.
Yeah, what is it, like a silverish gray or something?
It's a Sparko, but it's not as loud as the blue one. And by the way, you know how I did those Toyota files on the optic? They have released an updated version of those 82R files that are they're tucked, like cut, like comp cut. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one I need for the Vertex.
Pinched. And so because I bought files from him before, if you've bought Jersey Scaler files before, you probably got a 40% off code that you could use on the new files. Which, after I sell one of the kids, I'll probably pick that up too. I still haven't finished the paint job on that. It's the still got the night before paint job on it from Beat the Creek.
The night before. That's like a book. The night before Beat the Creek.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because the optic can handle it. I'm gonna throw those 4.9 Trepidors that are on the CJ with the Rock Techs in them. I'm gonna throw them on the optic, bro, because I got Harley's bracket mounts that he designed to work for that.
Yep.
And I'm going to do it. And then that gives me an excuse to run the optic again for video. So I got to get that paint job finished. It's going to be one of the Ramsey patinas, man. I'm going to probably do something.
Sweet.
It's kind of my stuff.
It's your jam.
It's kind of my stuff. And the Scout hasn't got any washes on it yet. So once I'm done. It's gonna be a masterpiece, bro. I'm not gonna want to sell it.
I don't have any washes on this one yet.
I've actually been filming a lot of the process on this Scout. So when all's said and done, those of you who are interested in how I get to where I get on the paint, you'll be able to see that a little bit.
Good. I'll watch it because I don't know how you do it. I don't.
There's a lot of time in it, and elbow grease and sanding. I tell you what, I got smart though. With the salt chipping, salt dissolves better in hot water than cold.
Makes sense.
And I'll soak it in a hot water bath.
Yeah.
Now, instead of going at it cold, and it seems to speed it up a little bit.
So why don't you just talk about that for a minute, like from start to finish, like just give the main steps, because I've never done it. I've never seen it done as far as doing the salt bath, or from your start of paint to when you put the salt on. What salt do you use? How much do you use? Where do you put it at? And then do you rub it off? Do you You put it in a hot water bath. Like,
Yes.
you know, so there's, I mean, I don't know what you do. It looks
Well,
good.
So this is, let me, all right, I'll talk about it. I don't know if I have, I mean, I could maybe send us some pictures here to the chat, but let me try that actually. But
Sorry to put you on the spot, but you've done that to me before. But just like from step to step, kind of like what you use, how do you do it to get to where that Scout is right now that you got sitting there?
if you watch the scale model guys, they'll use water on the model so that when you do the salt, it makes it stick. I've tried it like that. And then what happens is you got to wait for the water to dry to do paint. So what I've started to do now is I don't use water at all. I let the paint do it. So I know that I want the rust on kind of the top surfaces. So I won't even, like my rust undercoat, I won't really even worry about doing the whole thing yet. I'm just going to hit the rust where I know I want the rust color paint, where I know I want that to show up later. And then, so I'll do like the hood, and then I'll salt it, which is Morton salt, dude. Just regular old table salt. And get one of the big cans with the spout on it and get you a handful and pinch it out like that dude that does the steak. Right?
Okay. So
and
then what?
Salt is a mask. Think about masking. The salt is literally a million tiny little masks. So I do the finish on the plastic first, whatever, the best I can. And so whatever the undercoat is, for me, I usually use multiple. If I'm doing blue, I've got 2 or 3 colors of blue, 2 or 3 different rust colors. But I'll do rust where I want rust, and then I'll do the salt. Then I'll finish off the rust everywhere, you know. So I'll do the rust on the top edges, and I'll throw it on I'll put the son of a gun sideways, and I'll do it on the fenders. And when the paint's still fresh, and the salt will stay.
Okay. Yep.
And then I will start going with the colors right away. So a couple different greens, couple different blues, whatever. Like on this red paint job here, it's got rust, 2 different blues, and like 2 different reds.
So what color do you use for the rust then? I mean, obviously brown, or no?
Terracotta or some funky orange thing, you know?
Okay. Okay. So that's what you got on this right now, right?
Yeah.
What we're looking at?
Yeah. So there's 2 different blues in that blue stuff, and you can kind of see an orangey rust down here by my finger, but then there's a darker brown rust that peeking through in places too. And then you just kind of scrub till you get what you get. What you get, what you like.
So to Don's point, the red primer. So the paste, the Bondo paste we use, would actually be a decent layer above like a brown, so that you could do like a Bondo / rusted out look.
Well,
right?
Yes. I mean, my 54 Chevy looked cool because the Bondo was coming through it. You could see it. I had 2 or 3 different greens. Bondo was coming through, and the 54 Chevy looked dope. And so the thing about that Bondo paste is you really want to do it first before any paint, because it just will constantly re-emulsify the paint.
Right. Sure.
Because it's kind of toxic and nasty like that E6000. Right? So
yeah, it'll stink the whole family out of the house. Absolutely.
And it re-emulsifies the paint, and it makes it harder to spread and work with a little bit. It's not the end of the world. I've done it both ways. But like the nice thing about if you do Bondo on one, this one didn't need any. I didn't Bondo anything but the roof on this one. But the nice thing about the Bondo is once you get to it, sanding or scrubbing, stop. Unless you want to expose the lines. And yeah.
Here's a question. So with scouts, we all know international scouts, they're rust buckets. They always have been. What's the best way to blow holes in the plastic before you do anything to create the rust holes in the rocker panels or at the bottom of the fenders? Just put a torch to it,
The
melt some
short
holes in
answer
it.
is experiment.
That's what I'm gonna do with this. I can promise you that what I'm learning tonight from you, after we've been out and spilt your coffee multiple times on the trails, I'm going to literally burn holes into this body and I'm going to try what you're doing.
I'm going to send some precursory. This is interesting what I'm getting ready to send you. And this will explain a lot about the process, to be honest with you. So give me a second and I'll post them.
Mr. Ramsey's in the house. What's up? You what?
You'll see what I mean in a minute when I pull these pics up.
So I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to use my torch and blow holes in this one on purpose in certain places in the rocker panels and the lower quarter panels. And then
I'll tell you one nice. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. And then I'm gonna try this salt trick. And I've got like 60 cans of spray paint up here in this cabinet that if the printer ever catches on fire, it's gonna burn my house down. It's gonna be like a rocket ship. But anyway, I'm gonna take some paint and do what you did and sprinkle like salt around those blown hole areas. And I'm gonna see if I can actually do a rust bucket scout out of this. That's what I'm gonna
whatever
try to do.
It takes, man. I mean, honestly, like little tiny drill bits, whatever it takes to make a hole. It doesn't have to be a hole all the way in. You just are trying to get that effect.
Well, if you're going to do that, then just heat it up lightly and just take a little rock and like put a dent in it then, right?
You do whatever you want. That's the beauty of this stuff. That
all right,
is
you know what? I'm going upstairs to get my torch right now, and I'm going to go ahead and blow some holes in this right here on live.
Well, let's finish this salt. This thing you got me started on this. I don't want you to go yet.
Okay, go.
Let me stick this one with a fork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
Should have sent more than one, dude. Why is it only one picture? Hold on a minute, man. Go get your stuff.
I'm going to.
Should have sent him. Oh, I bet it's because of the date. Well, I'll show you this. So this is what it started off like. Off the printer, 2 different kinds of filament. That's what this one started off like. And then okay, this is cool. There's one of the early shots where now this is the first go around. Usually I do this stuff twice. And in this, I can still see some of the lines. This is the first go around on this one, where I'm just kind of playing around. I want to see what it ends up looking like, and I hit it with a apple green, actually, just to make it all one color, and then I started in with the rust. And you can see where I just put this first go around color on like the top surfaces. Then I hit it with some salt, and then I started going on top of that with the other colors. And then just any salt, you can use kosher salt or the small grain, regular table salt is fine. And you just kind of sprinkle it where you want it or throw it at it like Jackson Pollock or like whatever. And let's see, little by little here. There's the couple pictures I want you guys to see didn't, for whatever reason, don't seem to have come. So I'm trying to send them. But in the meantime, I can't wait till this video is done on how I did this, because the paint and what you see super tells the story. Like it's amazing, actually. Like
it's amazing.
That stupid picture come through. Well, I'm going to put up this one then for now. That's good enough. So this is after the first go around of salt. So, and you guys saw that picture from earlier where you could see the apple green and the rust where I wanted the rust, and I had the salt on it. And then after that, I hit it with some blue, a couple different shades of blue. And then I know that this version will not be what I want ultimately, but it's okay, because the learning experience as you go is huge. So there's rust, there's red, a couple blues, there's underneath, even at the bottom under the rust is like an apple green. And I didn't really sand into the apple green. So what you can see here is all these lines are showing, but if you were to feel it, it's smooth. So I scrubbed and sanded the salt off, and I got this thing to this point. And then I did it again. And that's what we're looking at now with the red. And one thing about what you're thinking about with putting the holes and stuff like that in it is when you do the salt, it doesn't always come off all the way. So it adds a little bit of texture here and there to the vehicle. Well, guess what? That's exactly what rust would look like anyway, when it's starting to fail and your paint's bubbling up, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. This looks good except for the lines in it. When you see that kind of grid looking pattern in it and these lines, to me, it gives it away that it's a print. And so that's why I keep going. And I definitely have something else here to share. Hold on. Oh, those didn't share because they're movies. That's why. Hold on. That's why.
Ryan, I'm actually going to try something different now that we're talking about the rust holes and the rust and everything.
I do washes too. Like when I'm all done, like the Corvair got a bunch of washes when I was done.
So I just took and heated up one of my, we're talking about getting rid of stuff and repurposing things. What about using like one of the supports, heat it up and bend the ends where you want it, kind of just like a weird shape, and then use that as your poking point into your heated up body to give yourself a weird pattern. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the support. What do you mean? You want the plastic to come off the support onto the truck?
No, I'm going to use the support. I heated it up and made like a weird shape, and then I'll heat up the body on the truck and then just pierce this through that.
I think you need something harder than the body to do it.
Yeah, but I got this.
Yeah, I mean, try it. That's the whole point, right?
I mean, this is trial and error right here, live tonight on.
So that earlier picture I showed you where it was blue was after just going at it kind of one time, sanding. You can tell looking at this one that I sanded it more, and I exposed way more of the red and rust. And you actually see on this front fender some of the mint green, not the mint green, whatever it is, the weird green.
The mint julep green?
Something like that, whatever that green is. But it actually looks cool, but what I don't like is the lines. And so what I'm doing here is, even if I were going to do a factory finish, this kind of prep is still the way I would go about it. So you get to a point where the body's pretty close. You don't really need Bondo on it anymore. Let the paint do the filling. So I do all these multiple layers of paint because it tells me what's going on. I'm able to see, okay, it's harder to sand and scrub around the gas cap, so that blue didn't get scrubbed off. It's easier to sand in these open spots, so I definitely got through the blue into the undercoats. And I can kind of see where I need to spray heavy the next time or whatever like that. And this does look cool, but it all gets you closer to a smooth finish when you're done ultimately, regardless. So this looks rough as a cob, but if you feel it, it's pretty smooth. And then I do it again, and it's even better. And one thing I love about, like on the Corvair and this one, if you try to scrub all the texture of all the salt off, you're going to re-expose the lines every time. You have to get to a point where you're just like cool with it and you let it ride. But those little textures where the salt doesn't come off all the way is a perfect spot for the washes to grab a hold. Like my Corvair looked good before I did the washes, but it looked better after I did the washes on top of it. And you can see how smooth this is getting here. And then it seems, and the beautiful thing about it is some guys would just stop right here and be happy, and that's cool, and they can be. But I just did it again. And now it looks better than it looked there. So
looking good.
It's all a matter of just how much time you want to spend on it. Nah, the wash won't hide the lines. If you're seeing the lines, for the most part, they're there. And sometimes I'll get one that's so close. Let's say like I'm super happy with the whole rig, but I see the lines on the door. There's nothing that keeps me from masking it off and just doing the door. Spraying a little bit on the door to hide those lines again. And I also do patina with the spray paint. So it's not always with the salt. Sometimes after I paint one a solid color, I get out with the rust and spray it. I don't always have to sand through to expose it. Sometimes I'll just, for example, let me lose this picture here. The bread truck, Kelly. I didn't salt it at all, but it's got patina. And so this method is a lot less messing around, and I got it done pretty quick because I didn't mess with the salt on this one. This is just a down and dirty way to do it, where I get it close, and then I just use the spray paint to do the patina. I didn't do any salt at all.
Yep. Now I've done that a couple times, and that's fun to do because you never know where you're going to end up at.
I use the airbrush a little bit. I use just the rattle can, and you know what else? A dirty toothbrush, and then flick it on. Flick the toothbrush where you want it to splatter it.
Yeah, no, that's great.
So this one, I don't even think you knew I was making this truck, and then all of a sudden one weekend I had it. I did not salt this one at all. I just did the down and dirty patina on this one. And
bro, yeah, you come out of nowhere with that one.
And what's fun too is I think some guys think they have to wait for paint to dry before they do another color.
Nope.
I think with Lexan, you need to be thin to win and wait. But on this 3D print stuff, bro, all these colors I'm talking about, I do not wait. I do it all at once.
Yeah.
I do it all at once, and it may take a minute to cure out, but I've even had paint crack because it was maybe kind of thick, but it cracked like tiny little cracks, which is exactly what old paint does sometimes, and I was cool with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the roof on that FC-150, I showed you. It looks killer. And I use a lot of clear matte or flat also to build layers up and to coat it when I'm all done. This International is a day or two away from having a flat clear coat on all of it. And then I'll do the windows.
Nice.
Yep. I got to get some filament though so I can keep jamming. I got half of another Scout ready to go. So these projects, we make them to look good, but they also perform. We beat on them, man. You guys know it's true.
Oh, we do beat on them. Absolutely.
This thing's been through it. It's kept up with SCX6s. I love this one. And, it's hard to tell, but this worked out really good with the salt chipping technique and the washes both together. So when you see that darker rust, that's the wash filling in the salt, like the pock marks from that process. And then that more orangey rust was the paint underneath.
Sweet.
It's really, pretty.
That came out really good.
It's one of my best ones I think I've done so far.
All right, so I'm effing stuff up over here big time just on purpose. So my printer ran for 15 hours just for me to.
I can't believe I'm letting this one go. I don't really want to.
I completely let my printer run for 15 hours to completely destroy this. It's all right.
You don't know. I mean,
it's what we do now.
I can't believe you didn't have some other throwaway chunk you could have done that to.
Well, there's plenty over there, but I decided to do it with this one. But now I'm going to try something different. Look at this, Ryan.
There you go. That's a good one. You want it to look like it got hit by volcanic lava.
Well, I'm kind of thinking I want to try and just completely tell my Creality printer that he screwed up big time today, and I want to try and blow some holes in this without completely destroying it. At least for the next one anyway. And honestly, I think this might be the trick. To use the soldering iron?
Yeah.
To put some holes in it?
Soldering iron is actually a fantastic clearance tool as well.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And if you want to clean up a cut that shows the infill, bro, if you don't mind that hole getting bigger, that stuff, the soldering iron has done some really cool stuff for me. And I think it would be probably neat for what you're doing. the Corvair, I'm actually letting it go at a steel ready to run for 550 with a chassis and all, which is, I can't believe somebody hadn't taken advantage of that, because honestly, it should be $800 all day. But the body itself, I think I got it at 250. It's on our Shopify, which is something we're slowly kind of messing with. I don't want to misquote you. So let me take a look and see what that is listed at. I offered it 2 ways. So let's see.
Honestly, I think the siren iron is a good way to go if you want to do like some type of like rust looking holes in something. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Mine are all like super rusty, but there's not a dent in them.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta have dents if you're gonna have a rust, bro.
I don't have to do anything. But yeah. Let me see. Bro. Low key, I am not a fan of Shopify. Why is it so hard to find it? It's so goofy.
Guys, I am literally like just so carefully blowing holes into this. This might be the ticket.
Okay. Yeah, so the body only 250, ready to run with the Vanquish ready to run receiver and radio, 550, which hurts me to say. That's ridiculous because it's a 10.3 built up kit, straight axle, hobby wing, 1800, and the new Mickey Thompson 455s that you can't get a hold of till August. I'm about to take it down, bro. The more I talk about it. But, bro, I need some filament, G. That's it. I'll let it go. I'll make me another one. That's the number one. That's custom. That's got a Dr. Pepper back seat cover for the shock tower. It utilizes the front Coyote body mount, and on the back, it's got body posts. But the future Corvairs will be mounted a little different. So, yeah, stick around, y'all. Stick around. And the minute, if and when, and we're not marketing heavy. Like, we've got them on that store. You know, we have dealt with folks through Messenger and stuff, but we're kind of working towards having we like making them. So there's no reason to not kind of just like offer them up, some of these, and keep on making them. If we like making them, let's keep on refining the process, keep on experimenting. You and I both can tell right away that these files on the Scout are way better than the original ones we had. There were so many weird faceted spots and thin spots on that original file that every Scout I made until these new files, I had to physically add material to keep it from being weak.
Weak sauce.
The worst. The patina guy. Yeah. I know who that is. And honestly, that's where some of these techniques come from, and the community, right? I mean, I've seen these guys with the tiny scale dioramas do some fantastic work. And that's how I had the audacity to do it to big ass airplanes. You know, my 200 mission flak bait B-26 was the first salt shipping job I did. And it was a whole plane, and it looked fantastic. And one thing about scrubbing this stuff up and getting the salt off, whether you're using a super fine grit or like a greeny weenie, what it does is it polishes the paint, man. Your finish gets really smooth and nice. And so that same technique could be used for those who don't like rust, but want it to look smooth and not show the lines off. And one day I'll do one that's not rusty. But even when I do a clean paint job with no rust, guess what I do? I knock it down with flat clear. A couple reasons. Shine shows any imperfection way more than flat or satin does. So you want to hide your work a little bit, go with that flat stuff. I definitely did flat paint and flat clear on that first Land Rover because I didn't want to. That was my first one. I was like, I'm not sanding this. That's crazy. And now look at me. I sand them like for fun now. But on that first one, I didn't want nothing to do with it.
Bro, I sanded and sanded and sanded my ass off on that Gladiator, especially on the back bed.
What do you think about it?
You can't
You
tell.
got to get a flat bar, dude. You need a flat bar.
You can't tell that I have, dude. I have my own, I have my own little way of doing things, but I mean, you can't tell that you can't see the lines in that.
Right. There's more than just lines to hide, but yes.
But I mean, this thing was a nightmare to put together.
Oh, I bet. The more modern stuff is, the more square and more contours and stuff, the harder it is. That looks killer, man.
I'm not done with it yet, obviously, but I wanted to get some paint on to see what it looked like. But it's not bad at this point.
It's not bad at all. But for me, I like the flat bar because when you're doing, and I do a ton by hand, but for the high spots, not just the line high spots, but like
right.
This stuff all warps a little bit or whatever.
Yep.
And so if you've got a high spot and you're going by hand, you over sand where it doesn't need it, and you don't quite get there where it does. So if I use a flat bar, it's going to teeter totter on that high stuff.
The high spot.
Yeah. Until you get down into it. And then, so flat bar, where is that? My big old flat bar, dude. It's a big file. I should cut it in half though, so I can hold it between my fingers. But I use a big file and little ones.
I've got small little itty bitty like jeweler files, all different ones. And I've got a bigger file too. And you know what? I did use the file on this, but what I really liked using was the drum sander and my cordless drill, to tell you the truth, on a couple spots. And it worked. It worked perfectly.
The thing about a drum is it focuses it.
Yeah, and heat. Well, I was the rounded part of it was flat going, you know what I'm saying? It was going this way. I wasn't going across the high spot. I was going with it.
Yeah.
And it worked really, really well. All right. What's up, Aaron?
All right. But just like the guys do the real vehicles, they use flat stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're using flat stuff. And
Yep.
Because I've noticed when I do it, if I don't do flat stuff, it might be wavy.
The one thing that I bought that I was glad
Those
I did.
are awesome.
These things, didn't I give you one of them? I bought like
I had those before I ever started this.
This thing is a gem and it conforms to what you're sanding. If you want, if you got to have that radius or whatever, it's so good. So good.
Those are good. I use those a lot, and a lot of hand stuff too. Usually once you're done with if you go for the flat stuff first, you're not going to really need to use it again. Like if you get it knocked down at the get-go before paint's on it, you have very little need for the flat bar again, usually. Where is my big flat bar, dude? Right here. Okay, here's my bucket of stuff.
Rain and Blood, what's up, man? Got my argon bottle today. The rockabilly shall begin soon. Nice. Doing some brazing.
So, man, yeah, I got a bunch of these sponges too.
Oh, yeah.
And then I always keep a wire brush around, because when you do all this stuff and sand and make the dust and salt and things like the contour lines or panel lines on the vehicle, you can clean them out with this before you get your next paint on. But I also, because I don't wait for paint to dry, it might be gumming up my flat bar. And
right, so you can use that to clean it.
Yeah, I can clean my bar off. But
heck yeah.
This big file right here,
it's got some miles on her.
It's got some miles on it. And then I've got some small ones too.
Right on. And that's the beauty of this, is just the creativity of it. But
fingernail stuff. Fingernail stuff is amazing too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
emery boards and little nail files
and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of weird going to Meijer and buying fingernail files.
It says Hobbytown, Jerkison. But I'm not even kidding. Next time my wife goes to the store, I'm going to be like, dude, get a bunch of those nail file things that look
right.
like this.
In a strong pipe Starbucks.
Yeah. That's it, man. I mean, it's just and no one says you have to do this stuff, but boy, if you do, you see the results.
And guys, Ryan is like all about the patina. I like the patina. It's fun to do. And like when he's talking about putting all the layers of paint on before it dries, dude, I did that to my bug, my VW bug, and I had paint running down, and I'm like, that's psychedelic as hell. That's cool. Because it was creating that really cool look. And I'm like, sweet, keep painting. Don't stop. And I let it sit for 3 or 4 days, and then I think I wet sanded it, honestly.
Wet sanding's nice in the wintertime, and if you don't want to make a dusty mess.
Yeah.
I do both.
Yeah.
I'll sit outside with a bucket and just keep my stuff wet.
Right.
A lot of times. And man, it really polishes it and does the job.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. Some of you haven't seen this one.
Yeah, man.
It's ugly as hell, but man, it does well on an SCX6.
It does well. And this is a good example of, so instead of print lines, what you're seeing on that is what I call facets, where instead of a curve, it's sections to make the curve. And so you know, that's the thing, guys. You can do whatever you want. Like for me now, that's just now ready for me to start because the facet lines are showing. They've been worked. It's smooth now to the touch. Now's when it's time to get after it. But they look cool during the progress. Like that travel all I did, that first big one, there were 2 times while I was doing the finish, I almost just stopped to show the work, but I couldn't do it. So I finished it anyway. Dude, I should find one of those pics. because it is kind of neat to see. I mean, one of these days I will leave one mid progress and be able to show, instead of explaining it, be able to show what you're talking about with that process. And it is up to the person. I mean, it does not matter at all. Whatever puts a smile on your face at the end of the day is the most important thing.
It's all
I
matters.
tell Kelly all the time, I'm batshit for the way I create work for myself on these.
But these things create work for yourself, period. No matter what you do.
But I'm tickled with what I get, dude, when I'm done.
This right here, yes, going in the trash.
And the same thing with the Corvair. I did it twice. The first go around with the salt wasn't the finished product. I did it twice. So don't be surprised if you got to do it twice. It's okay. It depends what you want. Kelly knows that I don't want to put all this time and energy into one and see the damn print lines or glue joints. So I don't.
Yeah, you know, certain things I don't care if there's print lines or not. Other ones I do.
Yep.
You know, and it all depends on what the files are too. Like Ryan said, that bug that I just showed, that thing was a gobbled up mess of Bondo paste. It was absolutely horrible. My bug truck was an absolute mess because I used the same front end for the bug truck is what that bug was. And I filled and primered and painted and sanded and Bondo. It's crazy.
You know those Proline pre-runner pedestrian looking tires I have?
Yep.
They're going to look really good on one of these old trucks because they're not huge. They're not too small. They still crawl fine. And
bug truck.
There you go. See, he likes the shine. That looks killer. I got to do a shiny one someday.
Dude, I've got so much Bondo and work on this thing. It's ridiculous. But, you know, you don't see any print lines. I mean, you see the fastest a little bit on this, but on the roof,
that's killer. Bro, this one goes way back. My gosh. I tell you what, it hurts my feelings to see the 54 Chevy in my camera roll.
Oh, that's right. You got rid of that, didn't you?
And the Ford red door.
Oh, my gosh.
Hurts my soul a little. Man.
Anyone try one of those small pad sanders on a printed body, some variable speed? No, I never have.
I've wanted to, but I haven't.
Boy, keeping the speed down would be key.
What'd you do to make it shiny? Probably clear gloss.
I think, if I remember correctly, I wet sanded and painted and wet sanded that bug truck, I think 3 or 4 times, and then sprayed it with gloss to get it to that point. That thing was an absolute nightmare. But I love running it. It performs well. It's cool looking. People comment about it, you know, like when we're out on the trails and stuff, we're like, that's cool. It's like, yeah, well, you know. I kind of wish that VW would make a bug truck. I think they do somewhere at this point, but not here.
I think you're right.
But,
dude,
you know, it's cool.
Check this out. Check this out.
Don says they made a kit for it. Nice. See, dude, why did you not leave that like that?
Because it showed the lines, bro.
I know, but you know what though? That's cool like that. I mean, it's unique. Why'd you take it away so quick?
Because I got better pictures. Hold on.
Right, sir. Love it.
And this is why I like multiple colors to build up the paint. Because look what you get on your way to what you want.
Yep.
It looked kind of cool like that.
Is that the 6?
That's the big SCX6, dude.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, like, if you would have put another coat of red paint on that and sanded back there where you got the turquoise coming through, dude, I mean, that just it's art, bro. It's art. It's a rolling artboard.
Let me archaeology this paint job though. Can you see my cursor or not?
Antique archaeology. No.
Okay. So the turquoise on the back is showing because that's a warp. And the turquoise is actually the color of the plastic. So it was that high there.
That's cool.
That it had to get, yeah, but it's also, I see the glue joint. And I don't want to see that glue joint. So that's why I covered it up.
Yeah, I almost like that body better like that than what it is right now.
And then up here in the panel, you can see different colors. This was yellow and green and black and red. And I mean, it's just nuts.
Did you salt that one or just the small one?
I salted the small one.
Okay, got you.
I got the door.
Yeah, that's just
But I ended up doing a spray patina on this when I was all done because after all the work I did on this, there was no way. I did that one 2 or 3 times before I finally left it alone and just painted it. And I was like, I am not going to sand back into create myself any kind of work. So
you know how you've always talked about trying to figure out what to do for a billboard on that truck?
Yeah.
Like signage. You need to do something like "will work for paint" or something and make it look like that.
Will work for filament.
Whatever. Yeah. Bondo me not. I don't know, but something. It needs to be something. I think you need to sand that thing down again and make it look like that.
That's no cool. Way.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
100%. That's why I keep telling you about that stinking yellow piece of crap that I gave you that's hanging up there. You start sanding on that thing, you're going to get into, like, there's literally, like, at least 12 or 14 different colors of paint underneath that yellow. That Corvair.
Yeah.
You might wind up just loving that thing. It has every color under the sun underneath that yellow.
I should have took pictures of the roof of that thing. Because bro, it was so bad. It was so bad.
I love it. Have you guys tried PCTG filament? I have not. Most everything that me and Ryan have done has been, either ASA or, just straight up PLA. I've been playing around a lot with Pet G here lately because I want the strength of that. Other than that, no, have not tried it.
That's probably the second or third iteration. But dude, check out the filament before any paint was on it.
It's crazy. Dude, the thing looked like a freaking circus wagon, man, with all the colors of filament you had going on there. And all the warpage and all the Bondo and all the glue and everything else you had on there.
Where did those pictures go? Come
I got
on.
one question for you, Ryan. How many trivia question, guys? How many of these tubes of JB plastic weld did Ryan go through on the SCX6 travel all?
At least 2,
Oh my God.
maybe 3.
I was gonna say like one and a half at
Oh,
most.
no.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not. It was more
It's
than
crazy.
that, for sure.
Nuts.
That was a fun one. That was my first 6.
It was your first 6?
Yeah, the Travelall was my first SCX6.
I'm trying to think what my first one was. I'm almost certain my first 6 was the orange Land Rover.
I think it was.
I think.
Tear it out.
What's up, Corey? Corey's Tahoe is not down here. It is upstairs getting worked out.
This internet is being a ass.
Asshole. Sent you
Bro.
pics of the bug truck and Messenger.
Why is it doing this?
See, this is okay. Sorry, Don. I gotta show this. You ready? There's Don's Blazer.
Oh. Close. I can kind of see the glue joint.
This is you're gonna need like Don. You're gonna need like 5 of these, man. This is what I love about somebody that's got an SCX6 body they're going to put together. It's like, first thing you do is just get Gorilla Tape out and start taping parts together and then set it on there. That's cool.
There, finally. Golly. This was there's one. And imagine the because of the curves on this thing, that back end was a nightmare of lines. But I made him disappear.
Dude, that looks like something Austin Powers would be driving.
Bro. Hold on. I worked too hard not to show the next one.
Don, there's mine, brother.
Many colors.
Oh my Lord, dude.
Look at the cracks and the warps here at the door.
That's crazy.
That thing was a nightmare.
So now, okay, so I see the turquoise in the back that you're talking about, that seam.
Yeah, man.
You know, it would almost be worth it to buy some of that turquoise, for instance, and just print a body out with that, and then put that terracotta over the top of it. That would be a killer base for something cool.
It is. I mean, the Corvair underneath this blue paint is actually blue PLA, but you don't see any of it because by the time you expose it again, you're going to see the lines. It just, you just will.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah. I went too deep on my bug, and you could see some lines on the top, on the roof. And I'm like, doggone it. But you know what? At that point, I was like, I'm so far into this, and I got like 12 different colors of paint on it. I'm not doing anything else to it.
I want to tell you a trick on this door we're looking at. The door was so warped. So I cut the thing, sliced it in the to be on the door panel, right where the door was shut to try to hide the line, right? But I was printing in the coldest temperatures, stuff that warps, big prints. This thing, I put it together just because I did the work, but I wasn't sure I was going to even finish this one. This is my first 6. It was a nightmare, gaps and warps and cracks. Not to mention the crack behind the big crack. But the big crack, what you see there is what should be the doors button up against each other. And so instead of filling that big gap, what I did was I came closer to the front and I cut a kerf in the plastic, pulled the door over to butt up like it should, and moved that crazy gash to just kind of out in the middle of the door where I could fill it and work for flat. Because if I was going to fill it where the doors are supposed to meet, it was never going to look right. You know what I'm saying? So that big crack that you see, I actually moved forward, kerf cut it, pulled it over to where the doors should meet, created a new gap that I could fill.
I forgot you did that. Yep, you're right, man. You know, and that was your first 6, Body.
He's the magic man, Mama.
You know, learned a ton off of it, and that's why I said in my video, I was like, with you running that and me running the bug truck.
Oh shit! Sorry, brother.
No, you're fine.
I was trying to get rid of the picture.
It was the video of you and I running that travel all in my black bug truck, and I was like, yeah, this travel all was meant for the trash, and Ryan pulled it out and dusted it off, and you were going to trash it and just do something different. And I'm glad you didn't, because man, it was such a good learning experience.
I'm going to pull that video up because I've showed you all the steps that the travel all was in.
Oh yeah, you're going to show everybody my my profanity on the back of my truck before I changed it.
Yes.
Yep.
So let me find this. That's not it.
Corey, dude, your Tahoe, man. I did some work on the chassis and changed the shocks, and to make it a little bit more legit for that body. Dude, that thing looks the wheelbase is so spot on. I'm almost scared to be the first one to drive it.
All right, this is cool. So, and I think you'll understand why I went ahead and did what I did to this. After all that work, I was like, I'm cleaning it up. You know, and I like what I ended up getting, and you guys just saw it on its way to get there. And you're going to get to see this bug truck too.
There it is.
Those are massive trucks too. And so, yeah, man, I ended up doing it. My truck's too big to be all red without some patina, but I really dialed it down after all that thing went through. Look at it. It's just got a mild patina on it. And it was all rattle can.
My favorite part of that truck are the taillights, honestly.
The
I don't know
curve,
why.
that profile on the back and the curves are my favorite part. Even though the departure angle is garbage, it's my favorite part. And those lights, that's totally why I did that truck.
Yep.
When I was searching up internationals and I saw that thumbnail, I literally painted my truck that way, red with white bumpers, just like Bizrodney's thumbnail, dude.
Yep. For sure.
On my little one too. But yeah, that door should have a big crack in it, brother. But you don't see it, do you?
And then what'd you use for the interior on that one?
The leftover interior from the Wrangler.
Yeah. The SCX6, the axial.
Yeah,
Wrangler.
that's the same driver that you get in the Wrangler with the cowboy hat, dude.
Yeah, man.
Dude, no lines on the back. And that was rounded and crazy. Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah.
Good work, dude. Look at you. I love those Mooney caps and that red and white on his tires.
So yeah, so those are pop can bottoms with magnets on the inside of them that just connect right, just magnet right to the hub nut. And then I used whatever it was, a dark red spray paint on the rims, and then white plasti dip, believe it or not, for the white walls. And that plasti dip has held up really well.
And it's funny, and Kelly says it all the time, is like this truck, I easily could have not made it. So if you got a print that's goofy, you can save it, is my point in mentioning that.
Yep.
A bug truck looks factory, dude. That's what I always say about that. It looks like it was meant to be.
Yeah, it's a fun rig to run, and kind of how I got where I got with the bug truck is the Beetle front end, and then about I took about 3/4 of an inch off from the back of the cab of the '54 Chevy, and then I married that back sliver, that 3/4 inch thick, very back part of the '54 Chevy to the bug body to do the transition to the '54 Chevy bed. So it was a lot of work. Unfortunately, I got two of them. One of them, unfortunately, is brown, but I can easily fix that at this point, and I probably will, because I actually really enjoy driving the bug truck.
It's good.
Yeah, Corey, the bug truck's mine, bro.
Unless you're standing by them, you don't really get how big they are. That red thing is huge. It's like a wagon.
Dude, it's like it's like an igloo cooler. You can sit on it and ride on it.
I call that Clifford, man. That's the big red dog right there.
Corey, there's the bug truck body.
Look at those look at my wheels though. Those are stock wheels, but I printed off old school Steelies to make my own little covers to hide the modern style wheel that's underneath it.
Corey, I got another bug truck I'll sell you cheap, man. A body.
The Brown Hornet.
You're gonna want to paint it, brother, but you're gonna have to get an SCX6 to do it. Run it. You'll want to paint it, brother. Dude, look at this. This is my beater. My beater one, bro.
Clifford worked out, bro.
Yeah, so I've done two of these, and this one here I'd sell. You guys could paint it whatever color you want. A lot of work in those.
These are the stock ESC power systems in these.
See, Corey likes the brown bug truck. I do too. And the thing is, I don't know why, but I did copper for the door handles and the tail lights. Dude, it's freaking awesome, bro. It's got even got it's even got plaid seats in it.
Those are cool looking, bro.
Yeah, that was fun, man. We need to take these back out again. My problem is I'm having so much fun with the Vertex with the IJ body on it.
When I get some more filament, I'm gonna do a Corvair on the 6 because I like the performance, man. I've got 2 6s now that have a stupid departure. They're long.
Bro, take and start sanding on that yellow body I gave you. Sand on that thing and see what it gets you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's other stuff that's going to be getting attention first. That one would need windows and stuff. I don't want to do curved windows if I can help it. They're a nightmare, dude.
Corey, do you have an SCX6?
But yeah, man, those are stock power systems on those SCX6s. Stock motor, stock ESC.
Yep. I mean, with them coming brushless, you can't beat them.
They're already dynamite. Yeah.
They're such good platforms. The chassis are fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to order some DoorDash. What's it gonna be tonight?
Yeah, spaghetti here.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm burnt out on it. You can't do spaghetti without having bread, like garlic bread.
Garlic bread. Yeah. Well, you know what? I got stuff to make spaghetti and garlic bread. Now we're talking about food. Heck yeah.
But you can see why I always talk about trying to figure out something to put on that back panel. It's just a lot of billboard there.
Yep. Yeah, we need to come up with something.
That's what that Cricut machine will be about sometime.
Yep.
But yeah, man, this thing there's a few videos of it out there, and this is like the final where I had the paint was done, the lines were gone. You can imagine, if you know how the printer handles curves, the back end there where those doors are was printed with the doors facing up. Am I still frozen?
Yeah, I think it's because your video's running.
Probably. Maybe closing a window will help. But yeah, so the lines were nuts on those two back rounded doors. And when you're filming these things, you inevitably are always ending up behind it. And this was probably one of the first days I didn't mind being behind it because it was done. And that one took a ton, bro. That's why I was like, once I got to a point, I was like, I am not scrubbing anymore. No more sanding, because I do not want to expose that.
Right. I don't blame you one bit, brother.
This was a fun day.
Oxbow.
Look at those 54 Chevys. I didn't have mine done yet. There's Kirk's rig. Second gear, bro. Let's get it. We were all running fast here at this open. I didn't have my windows in yet on this one.
Corey, the honcho. Yeah, you if you buy the honcho, the bug truck body will fit right on it. 2 bolts and done. Ryan, I might actually sell a bug truck. I'd let go of the brown one at a very reasonable price.
Dude, watch this.
Well, we're watching.
He ended up on his wheels eventually, yeah. And this video is not jumpy if you watch it for real. It is here because of the stream and all.
Yeah, Sean got back righted up on his own pretty quick there.
Dude, it seemed like every time we went out with him, he found himself in that kind of situation, but he would always end up on the wheels.
Yep.
If he didn't ride so tall, he wouldn't fall over so much.
Sean. Don, we had tacos. Nice. Taste sensation. Michael Bird, you got it, brother. That's right. I ordered my DoorDash. In good shape. That was cool right there when you switched it over to black and white with the old trucks. That's cool. It's good.
Yeah, there's probably old-timey music playing too.
Zip tie certified, baby. That's the way we roll.
Yeah, man.
Zip tie certified.
The computer is not happy. I'm going to go ahead and stop that. It probably won't let me. Yeah, dude, I'm beach balling.
Oh, we're back. Well, I'm back. You're frozen yet.
Come on.
Oh, we're picking up. We're picking up steam. We're coming back together alive. Uh-oh. And now you guys got me. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Well, I thought maybe if I shut it down, it would bring me back.
Nah, you're still frozen in time over there.
Yep.
Am I frozen?
No. Which doesn't make any sense.
Huh. Oh, there you tweaked a little bit.
Come on.
Nice. All right, Corey, sounds good. We'll work it out, man. I'll give you a really good deal on the bug truck, man, the brown one. It's cool. Oh, maybe. Do we have right?
When you're ready to buy a honcho or anything, guys, consider using the links in the description if you want to help support the channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
When you guys are doing the shocks, do you allow any rebound from the piston? Man, the ready to runs are done. And then when I build the shocks in the kits, I just fill them up with oil and close them up. I run them, I get the air out. And
it seems like it depends on different manufacturers of shocks I've found will give you that rebound without the spring. Typically, majority of the ones that I do, they do rebound very slowly. But like my driving habits, especially on the SCX6s, one of the first things I did on both of those chassis, I took the stock oil out and put, I think it was 60 or 70 weight oil in there. Because it's more, to me, the 6s are more of a trail truck. You know, and they're so heavy anyways. You know, having 30 weight oil from the factory, it's too lightweight in my opinion. Ryan and I both kind of sometimes will have not arguments but disagreements about shock oil sometimes. I just like heavier shock oil in some of my stuff. But usually the pistons will typically rebound on their own when I get done
It
with.
depends for me on the builds. It depends where you tighten it up the cap on. Like, are you?
Sure.
I build mine so they all come back out to the same level. And if I compress the shock and then cap it, there won't be a rebound. It'll stay. Right. So if I run the air out of them and pull the thing extended, you got to be careful because you don't want to lock them up hydrolock, but I don't want them to stay squished, and I want them to be able to squish. So
Right.
usually there's a little bleeder hole or something on them, and it also depends on if you have the bladder in that cap or not. What's going to happen a little bit, but basically when I do these tins, they've rebounded back to almost full extension.
Mm-hmm. I usually fill mine up. I extend the shock all the way, fill mine all the way up, and then I'll work them back and forth slow 4 or 5 times to get the air out of them, and then pull it back down and let them sit for 10 or 15 minutes. And then I'll do one more compression back up, and then I'll take and put the cap back on, and I'm done.
With them compressed?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either way works. It just kind of depends what you want. Like, I haven't messed with the 6s at all, except for preload here or there, or where the shocks are on the tower. But like for Beat the Creek, I knew I wanted a little more ride height on the big trimmers truck. So I just did it on the shock tower. And then I play with the preload. And usually on my preload on most rigs, I'm going to start with the springs all the way out. So if I need anything, it's going to be tightening the tension on the spring. That's generally all I'm going to ever need. Is get a little height or something like that. But these builds, all these 10 scale builds, the stock shock oil is 35 weight, and I'm happy with that. The base camp shocks, the kit build axial shocks, they do not leak for me. But when I'm building them, I grease those O-rings and the seals a lot.
The green slime?
No, I use the diff grease.
Oh.
That comes with the kits.
Gotcha.
If I could find my green slime, I'd use it because that stuff's fantastic. But
yeah. I bought some at somebody's hobby shop one time. They told me I needed to have. I got it sitting over here, and I use it.
I would use it if I could find mine. Yeah, but I'm using. I've got how many kits have I done this year? You guess how many tubes of that diff grease I have? I'm looking at 3 right. I'm looking at 3 right now.
You know, I take marine grease on my diffs and just pack it full of marine grease, and I'm done.
I just use the stuff it comes with.
Because, you know, wherever there's water at, KK's got to go, man. You know,
well,
we always got to wade in the water.
On the pre-runners, I did use the marine grease, but on these regular builds, I just use what comes with.
Yeah.
Same with the Vanquish builds, whatever it comes with.
Right. Makes sense. Speaking of pre-runners, dude, we got to get back out soon with the pre-runners.
I agree. We really did our work on them to make them fast and cool, and we got to run them some more.
And we have a blast with them, you know. We need to get back out. And honestly, over Oxbow, there is a dirt track over there. I found it with the SBR.
Nice.
I want to get the SBR back out too, and all of us rip on that. So maybe we need to go to Oxbow soon. But that dirt track over there, that gravel track, is sick. We need to take and figure out how to make some jumps and set those up over there with those pre-runners and go have a blast, because the beach where we normally go at in Logansport, dude, that's going to be off limits, because they're going to have all their beach stuff set up and everything. It was just going to suck. But
yeah, that's an off season for the beach.
Yeah, and then at Spud Creek, there's another beach that's going to be packed to the gills with people.
You know what? Maybe. Yes, maybe. I think we got to come prepared. You know what I'm saying? There's a pool across the street from my house, and you would think that when I was a kid, the only way to get me away from the pool is if there was lightning or it was less than 68 degrees. Now, these kids are soft, man. They're inside on their phone or whatever. And
they're like, it's 84. It's cold.
Come on, man. Go play. Go play, bruh. So let's see.
Yeah. He does his with a little rebound.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't even know how to do them. I just do them, and I just want them to be the same. Is what I'm looking for.
But like with the shocks themselves, you're building them you're putting oil in them and actually setting them to what your driving style is, right? So like with the pre-runners, I'm setting them so that they rebound really fast, because you're going fast over sand and terrain, and you want that, right? You want a soft ride, so you want a lot of rebound. But like I said, with the SCX6s, I'm 60, 70 weight oil in them, because I want those things to be going across big roots and stuff when we're trailing and not move at all. They don't go anywhere.
I hate that.
Ryan likes to.
Dude, if the whole thing is about articulation, the last thing I want to do is stiffen up my stuff. But it's cool. That's the deal. You can do whatever you want with these, and that's what's neat.
But that's what's cool about it. Is like, if you put heavier shock oil in them versus the 30 weight that comes stock in them, yeah, you're going to have, the articulation is still going to be there. It's just you're not going to have the response the same,
Yeah, I mean, it's harder to get there because they're stiffer.
Right, exactly.
And if you want stiffer, you can kind of, it's different, but
here's the thing.
Give it preload.
When we go out in the woods, or we go to a park someplace and we got the SCX6s and we're trailing, we're typically only trailing and going over like, big logs or whatever, which is cool. I have never, outside of Kirk's house one time, ever rock crawled my SCX6. Either one of the chassis. They're my trail trucks, man, that climb over really pretty much anything. Here lately, it's been the Vertex 6 with the IJ body on it.
Yeah.
But these two SCX6s, it's like throw a cool body on and go cruise.
The cruise, you say cruise, but dude, we ask them to do a lot.
Well, we beat the shit out of them, but yeah,
I mean, bro,
cruising,
my 54 Chevy video at France Park was doing some rocks.
Oh, for sure, 100%. So was my bug truck.
Yeah.
That was when Pete was with us, I think, that we did that. He was driving my Vertex, beating the snot out of it.
But man, my stuff's stock oil, and it's just the springs. sometimes I'll mess with. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I like my stuff to soak it up. I want the articulation. Eventually, you're going to bottom out, and the body's going to be the bump stop a lot of times, no matter what. But it's like if I feel like if I'm soft, the body's liable to stay settled for longer and not get tippy because it's stiff and it's throwing the body over. But dude, it's not SpaceX.
Right.
You don't have a flat mix in the manual that you're missing out on with these.
Right. It's all trial and error, you know. Absolutely.
And just like I always say, you know, you're free to do it wrong if you want. And then if you want to do it right, you can do it the way I do it.
You're free to do it right too, or do it wrong like Ryan. Whichever you want, man. Whichever you want.
So dumb.
So dumb.
So dumb.
So dumb.
I'm like so tall today.
Yeah, the whole shock thing is like it's so wild how many different options you got with shocks and what they do, but we all like to ride them differently. There she is. The Origin Classic.
So good, dude. I'd like to do another one. I'd like to do another one.
Hey, we need to give that guy, that little skinny guy, some Starbucks next time around the trail.
Dude, I tell you what, though, I hate painting Lexan.
Little skinny dude with big arms.
I hate painting Lexan, bro.
I'm not a fan of Lexan at all. I'm glad that, you know, I always thought for a long time when I was watching Scale Builder, I'm like, Matt, why in the hell do you have that sign back there that says like, yeah, 62 days without doing Lexan? And after I've done a couple Lexan pre-runner bodies, I'm like, nah, I get it, Matt. 100%.
100%.
I'm with you.
So, dude, the new 82R files are going to be, they're like this, except it's going to be tucked. You know what I mean? Not boxy.
That's Vertex right there for me. Yep.
I want to figure out stuff on this. Bolt on like this.
All right, well, send it over here. We'll work on it.
No, you keep them too long, dude.
Whatever, dude. Your bread truck chassis sitting upstairs ready to go home.
Don't you need that mount I have? The body post deal?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, yes, I do. 100%.
I need to make a big one of these.
Yeah, you do.
I'm drinking breakfast blend. Still.
I'm drinking nothing. I got nothing. Nothing. And my dog's barking. I bet DoorDash is showing up. The dash.
The dash.
Yeah, no coffee tonight for me, guys. Nada.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's been kind of a low key night tonight, but we've been busy working on some stuff, so we're gonna have a lot to talk about one of these days.
Yep.
Show off, talk about, and everything in between.
I mean, yeah. This stuff's not going to last, and so we'll be moving on into the next one, like the Corvairs and the Scouts. Other stuff coming behind it. You don't have to buy the whole chassis; it'll drop right on yours, depending on what you have.
Yep. And if you want a naked one where you finish it and put it together, or finished, whatever, it's all gonna be there.
So yeah, we'll just keep adding stuff to that Shopify. But in the meantime, like this Scout, as soon as it's done, it's somebody can have it. You know what I mean?
It's available. It's available.
And I've got Scout number 2 already half done, printed. And to get into number 2 and number 3, I need to get rid of number 1. So that's what's up. And then yeah, we just they're art pieces. They're each one is its own thing, but we're developing ways to repeat the mounting process and be able to offer these things out, because whenever we do post them out and share them out, like there's a lot of buzz. So
the mounting process is the key.
It is the key to make it repeatable, because they're unique and one-off with the paint jobs and stuff, but the process at which they mount, that's what makes it more shareable. Like some of these, early ones, like my Land Rover, the way that's mounted up, I would never make a second one that way now. Because you don't, and that's why some of these first offerings, you see that I'm offering it with or without the chassis, because of how they are uniquely mounted. And even if you just get the body, it'll fit on your stuff, depending on what chassis you have. But because they're basically kind of like prototypes, right, I'm offering it both ways.
Well,
that's a steal. That RTR package on the Shopify is ridiculous.
Yeah.
10.3 built, Fusion 1800, Mickey Thompson's, and that body, RTR.
I'm gonna start putting some of these bodies on there too, because 2 bolts. All my SCX6s, I've always said, are all the same. You got an SCX6, my SCX6 bodies will fit. 2 bolts at the back. You're done.
That's what's up.
You're done.
Well, yeah, same thing with the guy who bought my 54 and my
Ford F250. Yeah.
They both bolt on the same way.
Yep.
Same chassis if you want. I think got one for him and one for his buddy or something, but those are slick. And it's just getting slicker, dude. Because those are some of our early models. That F250 was my second SEX6.
Was it really?
And the Chevy was my third.
Oh, I would have got those 2 backwards. I thought your F250 was number 3. I would have totally got those backwards.
I knocked out that 250 kind of quick after the 6, the Travelall.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Heck yeah. Sweet. All right. Well, yeah, I think my food just arrived. So
all right, man, go eat it. I'm gonna get out of here too.
I think I'm a bolt. So yeah.
I think I'm gonna go check out Harley and Matt live stream a little bit. It looks like it's Nicole's birthday or something.
Yeah, they're probably not drinking coffee tonight.
No, they don't usually. But yeah, you guys know how to find us, right? Links in the description to places you can shop. If you're going to shop anyway, it costs you nothing extra to help support the channel. You can join the channel. I think eventually maybe we'll do some members only stuff where it's these lives are so low key, they might as well be private now. But just an extra way to kind of support the thing if you want to. But yeah, links to Kelly's mounts for the Vertex is in the description. I need to get the link to the Shopify in there. But yeah, if you know how to find us, stake a claim if you're interested in one of these Scouts or the Corvair, because it's an easy couple weeks between them to get a new one done. And right now, while I'm still offering these few with the chassis, you can get not only just the body, but you get the roller really very close to ready to run. Or in the matter of the Corvair, take advantage of my mistake. I had a guy hit me on Messenger asking me about it, and I wasn't looking at the listing, so I forgot what I had on there. And so dude asked me what it was all in, and I said $700. And then whatever, there's some kind of misunderstanding. So I was like, look, and he's been out of shape about it. I'm like, look, I'll eat it. It's fine. I don't care. I made a mistake. I forgot that the wheels and tires were already in the listing. Whatever. I'll leave the price exactly the way I had it and throw in the radio and receiver for the same money. No one's making this stuff trying to get over on folks. So
Right.
I thought 700 was a steal, and it is. That's an $800 package, easily ready to run. And I'm letting it go for $550 because I made an error earlier privately online. So whatever. Take advantage of my mistake because I'm letting it ride like that.
Let it ride.
But the rest of them are going to be more expensive.
Let it ride.
For sure. A little bit. And that's why the body fitting on the chassis you already have. Dude, my Corvair, the Scout, the bread truck all fit on any 10.3.
It's all about modulation.
It's all about being able to
making it fit.
That's right.
Yep.
And so hard bodies on the VS410 is something around the corner, I'd say, as well.
Oh yeah.
And I want to.
We did hard bodies. We're doing hard bodies on Vertex 6s. We're going to do it on the 410 too.
That's it. And I want to keep the. I don't want to. My goal is to not make someone undo everything that's on their rig. I don't want to get into it all the way here.
Right.
But the idea is that you might bolt on a couple pieces so this will fit to what you already have, but you're not taking anything off of what you already have to work out one of these bodies.
Right. Exactly.
That wasn't easy. It takes a lot of work, but it's pretty exciting.
100%. 100%. And you don't have to go buy a bunch of files to convert things to make something slide or fit on.
Because we've done all that work by the body.
Keep it simple. Make it work.
By the body.
Yep.
And it'll bolt up. Because
Exactly.
the files have an originator, a creator. We couldn't sell the files if we wanted to.
Right.
But we can sell the artifact. We can sell the work.
Absolutely.
One day someone's going to ask me to not rust one. You know what I'm saying?
Have fun with that.
You
You are going to have the hardest time in the world putting clear coat on a body, Ryan. I'm just going to say it. You will melt.
No, I'm actually looking forward to it because you know what? I'm already doing the prep work for that. I just do rust when I'm done. But all the stuff I do to them to make it look rusty is kind of crazy. Right. But all that stuff is a perfect prep for what you would do going for a shiny, really good one. So I'm kind of looking forward to it someday. Maybe soon, I'll do factory fresh,
nice.
Clear coat.
Woo! Showroom.
Try to find my lines and glue joints, homie. I'll do it. I ain't afraid. I've been practicing.
Your dad says don't sell the Corvair.
I'll take it off the site if it's somebody wants it. There's only one right now. But honestly, the minute that one sells, I'll make another one. But that prototype's special. Kelly knows this. I really want to get some more damn filament so I can get another one ready because I'd like to keep the prototype. I don't have to, but I'd like to keep that one, but it's okay. I'll let it go. I am not my grandfather. I can let stuff go. So I'd like to make another one with kind of some of the new technology and maybe keep the OG, but like I'll whatever. It's available now. Dad says don't sell it.
Don't sell it. Dad says don't sell it. Don't sell it.
I mean,
Hey, but I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go get my food before it gets cold. So
if the worst thing that happens is I accidentally sell two, then I'll have to reach out to that person and be like, it'll be a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I'll have another one.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, this is cottage industry, one at a time, custom fabbed up, kick ass, bodies you can't buy anywhere else. Go eat, brother. We're out of here. We're leaving in 5. Hanger rats forever. 3 you later. Dad, come at me. We'll see you next time. Go watch a video. Check out Kelly's channel. Check out my channel. There's a lot of cool old stuff. Watching these rigs, whether it's 10 scale or 6 scale, rocking it. They are more than just trophy wives. They actually really put in the work out there on the trails, in the woods, and in the creeks.
Yep.
We'll see you next time. Bye now.
See you guys.
Boom.